Hi, everybody. Now, you might be wondering why this module is a little more zoned in like this one on one feel. You might also be wondering why specifically this is black. And it's because I wanted some way, shape, or form to differentiate this module from the other modules. Okay, how do you win in a relationship in today's culture as a man? No bullshit, step by step. How do you make sure you don't get taken advantage of? How do you make sure that your woman still chases you even though she has 30 options? How do you do this? Pay attention, take some notes. There's a reason this module looks a little different than other ones. You must be the jack of all trades. You need to be working on yourself 24/7. Before we get into this, there is no time in life for spectator sports. There is no time in life for weekly nights out beers with the boys that aren't doing anything with their lives. You need to be surrounding yourself with adequate people that are trying to level up, that also have a very strong sense in masculinity, that are on the verge of breaking through to their next big breakthrough, whether that be in their business, that be in their career, that be in their purpose. You need to surround yourself with positive masculine energy. If you're surrounding yourself with people that do drugs or that smoke pot or that drink alcohol, there's no way you're going to start to develop the jack of all trades, because here's what the jack of all trades has. Remember, it's not Kobe Bryant against all of the high school players that he used to play against. It's now Kobe Bryant against everybody else in the NBA, which is, rest in peace, Kobe. But the reason why he was so great is because he put the time in. Okay, you got to have the looks, you got to start to develop the money, you want to have some status that shows like you're on your mission. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to be a celebrity, you don't got to be Leonardo DiCaprio, but you need to be working on yourself at all times, because the most sexiest thing to a woman is a man who does not put her at the center and is a man who has a purpose and a mission beyond her. Now, here's the thing, women will never love a man the way a man loves a woman. You have to work to keep improving. And women stick around when they see their man is going somewhere. The girl I'm currently with, or every girl that falls into my life, what do they see me do? They see me work on CZ Fitness or on Masculinity Blueprint or on my men's coaching business 24/7. And because they see that, they're hooked. They go, wow, this man's going somewhere. This man probably is the provider type. I want to try to lock him down. Do I let all these women lock me down? Absolutely not. I don't want every woman's energy, and I use that. You can use that against them. Once you are a guy with provisioning or status or options, you can literally use their biological instinct against them. You could lead a woman on, you could play with their emotions, you can do anything. Because this is what women will do to you. So start to develop yourself so you have options. Do you think Leonardo DiCaprio or Brad Pitt is going to be walking around hoping to God that a woman texts them back? Fuck no. Fuck no. Be the DiCaprio of your life, man. So what happens in the looks? When it comes to the looks, fellas, you got to get your body dialed in. You got to be lean. You got to have low body fat. You want good strength and very good muscular development. You want to look strong and masculine. This is so key. Masculine men always have that V taper. This comes from having a wide back and wide shoulders. Now, what you can do, if you do not know how to get this V taper look, what you can do if you don't know how to actually get this look that cues for masculinity, is you can essentially do this. I'm going to show you specifically what you can do here. Now, what you can do is, I want you to go right here, and I'm gonna hyperlink this down below. Now, what you can do is you can go to CaseyZander.com. If you don't know how to get this lean look, and you go to /schedule-time. What I want you to do is I want you to book a call with me to speak one-on-one personally with me. Now, in this, what you're going to get is you're going to get an amazing one-on-one session with you where I'm going to actually identify your body type, because you look at some of the people that I've coached over the years. I started off coaching men and women, but guess what happened? What happened was I was actually able to start to really develop a knack for men's bodies, and within a very short amount of time, I'm able to put lean muscle on men and make their physique very, very lean. And if you look at how I got myself dialed in, it was night and day difference. Now, some of the men I've recently coached, if you see the transformation these men are going through, I mean, this is happening within just a few months. And all of a sudden, this man goes from average and kind of skinny fat to all of a sudden being built like a fucking warrior with abs. And it doesn't take much. What it takes is a few months to get dedicated and dialed in. Now, how I actually train everybody is what I do specifically is I take them through a step-by-step process where I dial in your nutrition, I dial in all of your coaching, and I make sure I can get you looking ripped, looking lean, looking angular, and looking masculine. This isn't a sales pitch. What this is me showing you how I can help. And it's making me give you that extra cue for masculinity when it comes to your specific alpha look. You want that V taper. Okay, you're going to need that V taper. It helps with getting women. Now, if you can get the body dialed in and get that V taper, it's so key. You get wide back, you get wide shoulders, and it gives her cue for sex. The second is money. Money is going to give you real world value, and it gives you confidence and buying power. And it lets you bank/stack some cash to feel secure in yourself. Here's the thing. If you guys have 50, 60, 70, 100 grand in your bank stash right now, you know damn well that you wouldn't have to show up for work for probably the next 6 months, maybe a year for some of you. And no, this will not directly help you get women, because I've coached many men who are rich who still struggled, but guess what it does? Money gives you the ability to carry yourself with more confidence because you're in control. Not your boss, not her. Like, you're the man with options now. It relieves stress. It makes you less emotional. Men constantly worried about finances oftentimes get very stuck in their head because they're scared that they're in scarcity mode. They're scared that they're going to lose. They're scared that they're not going to have their shit together, and it keeps them stuck. The next is status. Okay, status helps you seduce women because, like I said in the beginning, they are like cats. Status trumps all. Status makes other women want you. The thing is that if you're A$AP Rocky, if you're Drake, if you're Leonardo DiCaprio, you could gain 100 pounds and women would still want you forever. Why is that? It's because you have higher perceived value. And men with status oftentimes have the whole package. And guess what? When one woman wants you, oftentimes many more do too. This is just the nature of the beast. Okay, they're like cats. They want what they can't have, and they want what everybody else wants. They're followers, not leaders. This is why I've said this whole time. Women follow, but men lead. Now, throughout this is where you should be taking notes, because I'm about to give you these 10 steps to winning a relationship once and for all. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is exactly how you do it, okay? Step 1. You need to develop your seduction. You need to be the alpha that can seduce, meaning you need to be able to pull her or start to develop chemistry or sexual tension with her within 15 minutes if need be. Imagine yourself being the hot frat guy at the Cancun spring break the Cancun spring break trip that she just wants to sleep with when she meets him at the party. Okay, this man has the tools in his tool belt to pull if need be. And what this is this comes from having that masculine edge. This gets her to view you as a sexual type that is alpha. And this gives her a rush, so that way she actually wants to be with you. She actually craves you. She actually desires you. You have to be able to have this. You have to have the alpha cues for sex. This keeps her desire high. Step 2. After you've had that desire, maybe by this point you've had sex with her, maybe you haven't, what you're going to start to do is you're going to start to develop some chemistry or some narrative with this woman. This is where you show some depth as a man and maybe get to know her a little bit more. And it shows that after you have already aroused her sexually, that there's more to you. There's more to you as a man. There's more to your chemistry. There's more to how you carry yourself and how you can speak. And it shows that the chemistry is a bond and that the feeling is mutual. And the tension is there, but we're not necessarily pursuing for a relationship. That's what you have to understand. Maybe by this point you had sex with her, there's some desire, but you're not trying to lock her down. You're just enjoying her company. You guys are getting to know each other. She still views you as sexual, and it's going great. So build some chemistry. This is step 2. The third step, and keep in mind, fellas, this might take 2, 3, 4, 5 months. Okay, before you really have a woman, for some of you, like I've had this myself, I've had this happen in 3 weeks where I start having women pursue me for a relationship. The better you get at it, the quicker it comes. Number 3, you need to develop some connection. Okay? Because if you can develop connection after you've built chemistry, what happens is that she will start to think that you guys are meant to be. Okay, because she will be confused out of her mind that she can't figure out why you do not directly validate her of the connection. You don't directly validate her saying how beautiful she is, how much you like her, and you don't acknowledge the fact that this connection is even there. You're developing it, but you're never giving the verbal cues that you're into it. You're never directly saying it. Essentially, what I'm telling you to do is I'm making sure that as you develop connection, your words do not match your actions. And like I said, we're still keeping it casual. Now, this is where her attachment will start to be built. Okay, and this is from your sex or your masculinity. If you're dropping dick off in this woman 3 nights a week, 2 nights a week, and it's real good and she's loving you and you guys have a great connection and you're not pursuing her for a relationship, you're keeping it casual, this is where she's going to build that connection. This is some serious mind fuckery that you can do to a woman. Number 4. Step 4, you keep seducing her over the course of weeks. You keep giving good sex or good chemistry. This is going to start to make her fall in love. This is also going to make her feel like a woman. Now, if you're religious, here's what I'd advise, because obviously I can't give coaching to everybody in every situation through this keyboard. I can do it to you on the Q&As, but I can't give a blank, like I can try my best to give blanket statements to everyone, but here's what I'd say. With number 4, if you're religious, just go as far as you find morally ethical. Maybe you find it ethical to get a blowjob but not have sex. Okay, stop it there then. Go as far as you allow yourself. And she will love that you take control. She will love that you take control of the situation. You are very upfront about your desires, but you don't necessarily try to pursue to lock her down. You're okay with seeing other people. You're not asking her who she's seeing. You're not asking her if she's going out or having girls' nights out. Hell, you may not even be asking to see her every weekend. You may not even give a fuck. By now, her emotions are haywire. The reason for this is because in the beginning, she saw you as the player, and she knows that you have player capabilities. Now she started to see you as a lover. And by now she sees you have real world value. She's unlocking all of these hidden gems about you. The key to mastering a relationship is when she views you as alpha sexual seductive first, and she starts to pursue you for that relationship and those provisioning habits later, because the thing is if you're a guy who has those provisioning habits, now she doesn't want to leave, but guess what? Desire was still there in the beginning to make her want you sexually. Number 5, let her start to get to know you. Let her see that you have benefits. Let her show that you have provisioning value. Let her see that you're the one who was seducing her in the beginning, but since you also have your money together and you also are on your mission or your career, your purpose, what this does is it starts to show that you're a full stack man. It shows that you're a man who can play both sides of the field, meaning she knows if you went to a bar on a Friday night, you could still pull a woman, but she also gets a chance to actually see that, hey, this guy has some serious potential to him too. She's going to be fighting tooth and nail to get to you because you're a full stack man. Number 6, demonstrate competence to her now. Let her see that you are smart and able. Maybe you're good with handiwork. Maybe you can build something, okay? Maybe you're good with cars. Maybe you're good with business. You know, a lot of females, when they get to know me in my life, they watch me run ad campaigns for $500 to $1,000 a day on the internet. That's one thing they find attractive. They're like, holy shit, this guy can do real world value. There's going to be some women when they see that you can build an entire like tool chest out of certain materials within like 24 hours or something. Maybe you have a crazy craft. Maybe you're really good at something. When you demonstrate real world competence, what she sees is she sees that you have a lot of value. Women love value. Because you were the one seducing her in the beginning, but now she's having this aha moment. She's like, oh my God, so this guy's ripped and he has his health together and he fucks the shit out of me and he's able to build this connection with me and he even acts like we're a thing and he acts like he likes me. She's going to go, why hasn't he asked me to be his girlfriend? Why does he not show that he needs me? What the fuck is going on? By step number 6, she wants to start to lock you down. This is the most important part. When you demonstrate competence to a woman, it shows you have a lot of value. Because remember what I've said, men love women and women love value. Number 7, this is some mindfuckery. I need you to pull back, keeping focus on your purpose. Okay, because by now you probably built a little bit of an attachment too. You probably like her, you're probably having good sex, you like kissing her, you like holding her. That's fine and dandy, but guess what? The more investment you start to show, the more she's going to play games. So now you're going to pull back. She now sees how strong you actually are. She now sees that you do not need any woman to feel enough. She sees that you truly are the man that gets whatever you want because you do not fall victim to societal narratives. You're not the type of guy that needs to settle down right away because you know you have options. And you're stoic and non-emotional to the core. For those of you that don't know what stoic means, the definition of stoic is being able to endure pain or suffering without complaining or becoming emotional. She sees you have this ability. And this is the part where she goes, did I just find a perfect 10? And she will try to start to lock you down even harder. She's going to think you literally are the jack of all trades. Now, number 8, this is where once she does start to ask you these questions about, hey, when will we be dating, blah, 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 this is when you start to explain to her what you need in a woman. Notice you're not settling. You're making her fit your agenda. And she will follow because you have literally have her brain that hooked. And by now she will probably do anything to please you. She will be sweet, she will be feminine, she will be intimate, she will be caring, she will be almost like a mom. And this is one of the things I tell my women right away. I say, listen, I need you to be girly. I need you to be flirty. I say, I need you to help me. If I need food or something, I need you to take care of me a little bit, because here's the thing. When I'm slaying the dragon, working all day, I'm going to need a woman that's sweet to me. And I say this word for word. I say, listen, if you ever pull back, if you ever play games, if you ever do any of this, I have no problem leaving instantly. So don't even try this with me. That's exactly what I say. Now I just outlined the boundaries. I told her what I need. And if she messes with that, I'm leaving. And guess what? Women usually don't test the waters when they see their guy is straightforward and doesn't fuck around. So that's what you need to do. And by now she's going to say, so when are we going to date? What are we? What do you view us? Well, I'll tell you. Her compliance is going to go up. And guess what? Your care has to go down. As her compliance goes up, you can't just reward her instantly. You have to pull back. Because you got to remember, women love turmoil. The guy that leaves the emotional imprint on them is the guy that always wins. And when you give her emotional spikes or emotional instability or seem disinterested, she feels as if you're the prize. And by now she's beyond in love. You're basically all she's going to think about. And yes, by now in this conversation, this is all pure tactics. And by now she's probably going to be asking you to directly be your girlfriend. She's going to be saying, will you be my boyfriend? Can we be exclusive? She will have these words come out of her mouth multiple times. Or she'll give you the ultimatum saying, I can't see you anymore unless I have commitment. This is when you totally have the upper hand. Number 10, she's going to drop into hot pursuit. And she will do everything to lock down her perfect 10 man. She'll do sex, she'll do favors, she'll give love, she'll give intimacy. She will legitimately take care of you as a mother damn near and crave you. And yes, by now this is pure tactics. Notice, we didn't pursue for the commitment at all. This was all her. Women are better at it, fellas. Let them do the pursuit. Write down this step by step in a notebook. Hang this up on your wall, hang this up on your fridge. If you manifest this single step by step, 10-step tactical pullback, tactical way to carry a relationship, these women will never go cold on you. This is purely upper hand material. And guess what? By now a true badass was formed. She viewed you as alpha/sexual, but saw all of these traits that you had that was so much greater beyond sex. And now she wanted more. And now you have the upper hand in the relationship forever. If you decide to date her, now you have the upper hand. And most men go soft here after they commit, so don't do that. I think you guys know that by now, but once this woman fell in love with you, keep doing all of the things that she fell in love with, because women will pull back when they see that you no longer actually do the things that she was attracted to in the first place. So please don't make that mistake. And that's it. Those are my 10 steps, specifically how to really make sure that you have the upper hand and are winning once and for all.